7.39 miles, 7 minutes, 4 seconds per mile today for my Tempo Tuesday workout. This was a really tough workout, one that I've been dreading. I've seen it on the calendar, on the schedule coming up, and I knew this one was going to be tough because it was a longer tempo run, and that's something that I've been having a lot of trouble with so far. And normally I would consider a tempo run something just shy of my goal marathon pace. But with my coach now, she puts it at between half marathon and 10K pace. So it's about 20 seconds faster than my goal marathon pace. So quite a bit of an effort. Today's workout though, to go over the details, it was a 1x1 mile at tempo pace and then creeping up towards 10K pace by the end. So starting at about 6:30 and ending towards 6:14. And then I had one interval of a 4-mile block of tempo miles, that being at about 6:30 to 6:25. And then after that, there was going to be 5 times 0.1 mile, or about 200 meters of basically strides or intervals that were at about 1 mile pace, which is, I'm not sure what the 1 mile pace is. It's kind of an irrelevant number for me. It's just kind of running fast, but with good form is kind of where I see it. It's somewhere in the 540s for me. So today was a tough workout. I didn't think I'd be able to hit it. I was feeling pretty tired. I haven't been sleeping well. Today was the first day of school for my daughter. So we're kind of coming out of the summer routine and moving into the fall school routine, which there's always that transition period, a little bit that kind of summer hangover going on. So I really didn't think I'd be able to hit it today. But around the second mile of that longer tempo block, I felt like the pace was slipping away from me. But then I thought, you know what, there's only one big real interval into this workout. And then I'll be kind of done for the day. So let's really put it out there and go for it. And so then I was able to hit the mark. Having a little bit of a tailwind at that exact point didn't hurt either. But I felt really good. I felt really strong. I didn't think I'd be able to hit it. Over the past couple of weeks, the tempo workouts have been like a 2x2 miles or a 1x3 mile with a couple other of intervals in there. And a lot of those I haven't been able to maintain for the entire time. I can get to that pace, but I haven't been able to maintain it in the context of a broader workout. Today I was able to do that, felt really good about that, and it's definite progress. So I'm feeling really strong, feeling confident for once, which for me, confidence is always one of the kind of last things to respond to successful training. And I don't know if everyone's like that, but it's certainly the case for me. And that's kind of the other side of the insecurity that I have as a runner. I think we all have insecurities as runners. Some have more than others. Some are rational, some are irrational. I tend to have a lot of them. I'm very insecure about my own abilities. And I know that can be draining, so I try to avoid talking about it too much. I remember as I was building up for my BQ attempt earlier this year, a lot of you guys were so encouraging, and that was very much needed from me to see you guys giving me encouragement and telling me things like that you think that I have the BQ in the bag, that I'm on my way, that I'm doing well. And I always kind of disbelieved it. I didn't believe. I thought you guys were just being nice. But so many of you guys, I really respect you guys in terms of your analysis. I've been following you guys on Strava, on Instagram, on YouTube. And I know you guys know what you're talking about. So I try to take that into account. And I know that there's things that you guys could be saying that if you guys weren't sure if I was going to hit the marks or not, that you could still be encouraging. The fact that you guys are talking about the numbers and whether you think I'll hit my stated goals, that means a lot to me, even though in my replies I will kind of say something self-defeating or something like that. So confidence is building. That's good. And I feel strong. I'm not sure. I don't know if this is insecurity coming back or just reality. I'm not sure if, again, I'm going to hit that mark. The speed is there. Whether that translates to marathon performance is another thing. But I'll worry about that later. For today, I'm going to take the victory in terms of I've never had a 4-mile run at 6:30 per mile goal pace. Just a few years ago, that's something that I would not have imagined that I could accomplish on a race day. And it's certainly probably the second fastest that I've run at this kind of distance all year long. The only other time being when I ran a race, the Shamrock Shuffle, earlier this year, which was an 8K. And I think this was about that pace, maybe a touch slower, but that was, a race day that I didn't exactly taper for, but I definitely rested for. This was just in the middle of a marathon training block. I went out for the 4-mile tempo with a 1-mile tempo in front of it as well. Feeling good about it. Trying to be confident, trying not to be arrogant, trying not to be delusional in terms of, not delusional, but like try not to overinstate what I'm doing or the progress, but trying to take kind of comfort in that there is progress, objective, identifiable progress that's happening. I'm also feeling better about it. So stuff that I'm working on, my confidence as a runner, have a lot of insecurities. I'm going to try not to talk too much about that. But I do want to mention it because I know it's something that you're in the middle of a lot of your marathon training blocks as well. I think it's okay to have those, but I think it's also helpful to look back at the progress you are making, even if you're feeling like you're beat up, you're banged up, and you've still got all the hardest work ahead. It's good to look back at the progress you're making and like take those little victories when you could take it. I'm going to certainly take it today. I'll have a broader kind of progress video in the next about a week or so to kind of check in with you guys more broadly. I think there's a couple of long runs that I'd like to get under my belt, see how those go first before I really give another status update, because I just gave one a couple weeks ago. So that's coming up, so stay tuned. Before I go today, though, I do want to remind you guys about the charity runner for the week. It's Jerry Canterbury. He's running the Marine Corps Marathon and raising money for 26-1, which is a charitable organization that seeks to empower women through running. A very worthy cause. I was happy to donate $70 to Jerry's fundraising efforts, and I'll post a link in the description in case you'd like to learn more. That's all I have for today, everybody. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.